Welcome, everyone, to Hello, Ernest at the Kitchen Table, connecting writers and readers. I am Jan Pratt, the author of several children's picture books and also the author of a series of yoga lesson plans for kids.
And I am Gaga Gabarty. I'm a co-author with Judy Lee Butler. Together, we write the Phoebe Cornell Mystery Series. Join us for every episode as we connect readers to your next great read.
Well, welcome everybody to this edition of Hello, Ernest. Today I have Sarah Cousins with us. She is the author of The Blue Blackthorn Rose. She currently lives in the UK, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, tell you guys a little bit about her passions, her hobbies, and then a little bit about her writing journey. All right, Sarah, you're on.
I'd say my passions are my dogs because they see me through life easier.
How many dogs do you have?
7.
Oh my goodness. That's that makes for a fun walk, doesn't it?
They're okay actually. They're good dogs.
What are their names?
Aaron, Teddy, Bobby, Dolly, Susie, Sadie, and Sally, and Elvis.
Nice. So what got you into writing? And how long have you been writing?
Been writing since I was a child. So I'd say it was problems when I was young.
So it was an outlet for you.
Yeah. I have epilepsy, so it makes me feel better.
And what types of stories did you write when you were young?
The same type.
So what type do you write now?
Romance.
And what I think you also mentioned that they have a bit of crime in them.
Not in this one. That's going to be a later novel.
Okay. How many books have you written?
1 so far.
So this is your first?
Yeah.
And is it going to be part of a series? Is this next book you have planned?
Series.
Yeah. How many are you thinking will be in the series?
I'm not sure yet.
So work in progress.
Yes.
So is this book traditionally published, or are you self-publishing your books?
It's self-published.
Okay. How was that for you?
Pain in the neck.
What advice could you give to another author who might be interested in self-publishing also? Are there any tips you learned along the way?
Yeah, save up first.
Save up as in money?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you think it cost you to publish this book, if you don't mind saying?
This didn't cost me much, but I've been scammed out of 5K because of it.
Of trying to self-publish.
Yeah.
So in the writing process, tell us a little bit how you like to write. I know you mentioned that you have epilepsy and that writing was a great outlet for you. And you said helped me. How does that all tie together? Your writing process and maybe your health care and
I'd say I just have a terrific imagination.
And when you're writing, what do you like to write at a certain time? Do you like to
Oh, I've done it all day before now,
but you like to write on the computer, right? You're not
yeah.
handwriting anything.
I don't write with a quill now.
Kind of old fashioned, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have an editor, or are you doing all the editing yourself?
No. Marv's publishing house did that,
Did the editing.
Yeah.
And where is that publishing house located?
Nigeria.
Oh, and how did you find them?
Just
Seems a
came
lot
across.
kind of far from the UK.
Yeah. I met her just off Facebook.
Is that how you also publicize your book?
Yeah, she did it for me.
Okay, so you have the publishing house helping you with the editing and then the advertising.
She did the art as well.
Oh, nice.
The
The cover art.
illustration. Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you publish this book?
A month ago.
Oh, so it's brand new.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about the book itself. Can you give us a synopsis, a little
Yeah.
clue about what it's about?
It's about a young farm maiden called Claire, and she's abused by her father. And she ends up meeting Nickel, who's a prince of Leona. And they were meant to marry, but he died before they married. So she married his brother instead and became the Queen of Leona. And she was queen for 1800 years before she meets a young man that comes back into her life. And she hadn't been out with anybody for years. And that is Nicole again.
Sounds like it's got a bit of fantasy in it too.
Yes. Dragons, tigers with wings, everything.
What's your favorite character in this story?
Say it has to be Michael's real mother, Tish.
And why is she your favorite?
Just a sarcasm. She reminds me of my grandmother.
So is she patterned after your grandmother?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I love that. So you mentioned in the interview questions that you really liked music.
I do. I love the Temptations. I love the Four Tops. Everything from that era I love.
Do you listen to music while you're writing, or do you use any?
I use that while I'm writing, yeah.
And so it kind of sets the tone for your creativity. Does the
Yeah.
music ever make it into your stories?
No, not as
It's
yet. It will do.
maybe
Because
some words of wisdom or lyrics might pop in.
one of the characters, which is and she meets him later, he's called Michael, and he is a professional dancer.
Gotcha. Does he have a favorite artist yet?
No.
No, just likes to dance. So will the second book be similar, just a continuation of this book, or will it take off on one of the characters?
It's the continuation of this book. It's mainly about Michael and Claire's life, really.
Okay. So then they meet in the first book, and then then you'll talk about where they go after that in the second book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a writer, and this being your first book, do you have any other advice for if somebody said, oh, I have a great imagination and I just think my stories are amazing, but I don't think I could ever write a book. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, don't give up. Carry on.
Keep working at it, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have like a writing regimen? Would you say like set a schedule or use a friend as a sounding board? Do you have any options for them that you think might help them actually start to get that on paper?
All mine were based on different people I know, so
So go back to real life and then use
yeah.
some of that to help create your characters.
Yes.
That gives you a certain depth and a certain realism to your characters, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially I like the idea that you have one of your characters patterned after your granny.
Yeah. She'd kill me calling her granny.
Oh, I have a granny, and so and I
Yeah.
love her dearly, but I think our grandmas might be a little similar. She can be very witty when she wants to.
I'm very much like my grandmother. So, you know,
So when you're not writing and you're not walking with your dogs, what else do you like to do?
listen to me music.
Listen to your music. Awesome. Well, do you have a little bit you can read us from your book?
Yes.
All right, give us a little teaser. Kind of tell us where this is in the story so we have a little bit of background about that.
This is chapter 5, and it's where they go out for the first dinner and they end up together. Yeah.
All right.
As she sat back down, Michael stood her right back up. He walked round her as she was looking at his body. Then he bent down and kissed her breasts. As Claire looked at him, she kissed his chest from the waist and all the way round. They fell in love, fell onto the bed, and both looked at one another. And he held her in his arms, and Claire sat on top of him.
And to find out what happens next, they'll have to buy your book.
Yeah.
So where can they get your book at?
Amazon.
Okay. And is that the best option? Is Amazon?
I wouldn't say it is the best option. I would like to go to a traditional publisher and get it done next time.
So that's
But I don't
something
think
you're going to
this would let me.
that's something you're going to be working on for the next book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Marvelous would go mad if I did that.
So people can get in touch with you by email and on Facebook. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I will put all that information in the show notes so everybody can find you. And so, last question. You got another book planned, but let's think down the road for 5 years. Where would you like to be with your writing career in 5 years?
I'd like to be a top-selling author.
Awesome. Well, let's hope that a few people that listen to our podcast find your book and help you make that dream come true.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for being here today. It was great chatting with you, and good luck in your writing career.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to this informal conversation with today's author.
Join us next time as we connect writers and readers around the kitchen table.